All right, question 34 is telling you a cone and its dimensions are shown below. What is the volume of that cone in terms of pi? Now we'll talk about what this in terms of pi means at the very end. For now, we're just gonna go ahead and calculate the volume of the cone. So if I look on my bestie, I see the formula for a cone is 1/3 BH. Again, we change that B to an A because we want to find the area of the base. Now in a cone, your base is that circle all the way at the bottom. So that is what I need to find the area of. Now 6 right here is not my area. 6 is my diameter. Now, this is important information. However, I cannot just multiply 6 by the height. My diameter is 6, do not like the diameter, I want the radius. So from center to outside is going to be half of that. So therefore 3 is going to be my radius. Again, radius is not area. Area, if I look on my bestie, to find the area of a circle is pi r squared. So this is where the radius is necessary. So I have 1/3, then I have pi 3 squared times my height. Now I see a fraction in my height. I do not like that. So what you can do with your calculator, if you do not know what 2/3 converts to, is just type in the 2/3. Your calculator is going to tell you that it is 6 repeated, or 0.6 repeated. We then change that 0 to 8 because we know we have 8 holes. So your height is 8.6 repeated. So 1/3 pi r squared, so pi 3 squared in our case, times the height, because that's what my formula says, so times that 8.6 repeated. Now there's not a button on your calculator to have the repeated sign like that, so what you're gonna do is you're just gonna type in a couple of 6s. The more digits you have at this point, the better and more accurate your answer is going to be. When you do this, you would end up with an answer of 81 point something, I'm blanking on it. Now, here's where this in terms of pi comes in. Because it says in terms of pi, that means that your answer needs to include a pi symbol. So currently our answer does not include a pi symbol. So in order to fix that, what we are going to do is we are going to divide our answer by pi. So we're going to divide this by pi. And that would give us an answer of 26. So 26 is not our answer because that's not the volume, but 26 pi is our answer. Now, when you retype this into your calculator, 26 pi, you'll see that it gives you that 81.68, which is exactly the same number that we got initially. So when it says in terms of pi, we need to make sure that we have a pi in our answer rather than just the decimal version of it. So your final answer here would be 26 pi. For some reason, my PDF deleted question 35, so I'm sorry I'm not able to talk about that one. Question 36 says that a perfume bottle is shaped like a cylinder with a height of 12 centimeters. The circumference of the base of the perfume bottle is 18 pi centimeters. Which statements about the perfume bottle are true? Select 2 correct answers. Now, circumference is something that we very briefly talked about. There's 2 formulas for circumference. It's 2 pi r or pi diameter. So this is really a very complicated way of telling you what the radius is. So if we know that the circumference is 18 pi, that means that over here, when I have pi and then one number, it means that one number is 18, meaning your diameter is 18. If your diameter is 18, that would make your radius 9. So this is, again, a very complicated way of saying your radius is 9. So which 2 statements about the perfume bottle are true? Is it true that the radius of the base of the perfume bottle is 18 centimeters? No, because we just figured out it is 9. So that is not a correct answer choice. The area of the base can be found by using pi 9 squared. That would be how we get the area, because remember, area of a circle is pi r squared. We know that the radius is 9, so therefore pi 9 squared would be correct. The volume can be found by using pi 18 times 12. So this means pi times diameter times height. We know that that is not the formula to find the volume. Volume is A times H, or area of the base, times height. Therefore, what we would do is pi 9 squared times 12, and that is not the same thing, so that one is not it. And then we have two more answer choices. So the first one says the volume of the perfume bottle is approximately 3,000. So when we actually multiply this, we get an answer of 3,053.6. So that most likely is our correct answer, but just so we can confirm that it is, check that last one. Area of the base, which again is just this part, is 254.47, and that is not what this says, so therefore that last one is also incorrect, leaving you with the two correct answer choices, the second and the fourth. Question 37. A teacher store sells inflatable planets in the shape of spheres to model a solar system for classrooms. The sphere that represents Jupiter has a diameter of 22 inches. The sphere that represents Mars has a radius. So what is the approximate volume of each planet? The volume is an important word. I know that they are spheres, so therefore I'm using that formula. Your formula is 4/3, funky formula, pi r cubed, again, funky formula. The only thing that I need to know is the radius. So in this first sphere for Jupiter, I'm given diameter. I do not like that. Instead, I'm going to write what the radius is, which is half of the diameter. Therefore, the radius is 11. Then I would plug that into my formula. Again, making sure that I put in the funky fraction and the cubed as the exponent, and I would end up with an answer of 5,575, meaning that the volume of Jupiter is approximately this first one. Then the sphere of Mars is going to be same formula because it's still a sphere, but this time it's 4/3 pi 3.4 to the power of 3, and that would give you an answer of 164.6, meaning the second answer in this drop down would be correct. Question 38 is about a scatter plot, and the scatter plot shows the relationship between the length in inches and the age in months of ball pythons. Complete each statement to make a reasonable prediction. So with these scatter plots, we want to make what is called a trend line. A trend line is in the middle of all the dots, and you would use your patty paper. So go ahead and write your little hint to yourself, patty paper. On your patty paper, you would draw a straight line and then use that straight line to make a trend line in the middle of all of these dots. So it says a snake that is 4 months old is likely to be blank inches long. So what I need to do is find 4 months. Months is on my x-axis, find the number 4. From there, I'm going to go up. This is where the coordinate point would be. Then go to the side. So it looks like my answer is close to maybe 17. So therefore, 18 is my answer. Then the next one is saying that a snake is 22 inches long. So this time I'm looking for inches long because I want to know how many months old they are. Inches is on my y-axis this time. I'm going to go ahead and find 22, just right here. Now I'm going to start here and go to my trend line. Find that coordinate point, compare where it is, and it looks like that's 7 months. So therefore, it would be 7 months old.